All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Right on Target podcast. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Justin. I got Mike.
What up?
I got Aubrey.
What's up? What's up?
And this is a very special episode with us. As you can see, we have some artists from the IRAS label. I'm going to go around, kind of let you guys introduce yourselves, and we'll go from there. So I'll start with you.
What's up, y'all? My name is Alex Irish. I am a music artist here in the Dallas area. I make a little bit of rock, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I'm actually the host for the show. My name is Charlie. I do a lot, to be honest. So I direct, model, host, media corresponding, show directing, all of that. So yeah, nice to be here.
Many hats.
Honestly.
Hi, my name's Azandria. I am a pop R&B artist out of Dallas, Texas, and I'm really happy to be here.
Awesome.
Peace. My name is Rakim Al-Jabbar. I'm a God MC and a spiritualist full time.
Bet. Well, thank you guys for all of you guys coming with us or coming on the show with us. It's good to have you all. I have listened to y'all's music. Very good. Very good. So we'll start with some questions. First of all, let's talk about the showcase that y'all got coming up on June 22nd.
Okay, so the IRAS Showcase is going to showcase all of the artists and really people behind the scenes too that work with IRAS. It's showing all the diversity between all of the artists and the whole team, to be honest. I know I'm excited to be hosting the show. I know a lot of these artists, and for the ones I don't know that well, I'm ready to see how they are and how they perform on the stage. And yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really cool to see, like Charlie was saying, the diversity, because we're all so different.
Right.
From indie rap to rock to pop to a God MC.
It's a lot of different flavors going on.
Yeah,
it's a lot. I love it though. I feel like everybody is the cream of the crop. Not just locally too. I feel like all of these artists are very far reaching. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, for me, it's the first time performing in Dallas where I've been anxious in a very long time because it's so much different talent. What she brings to the table, is like a very high mark. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to push myself amongst the other creatives.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's great. Friendly competition. We'll keep it like that. Everybody wants to do well and put on a good show. So what can we expect exactly from the showcase?
Honestly, like we said, diversity. We all of that, because I can't really tell you what to expect because I'm also I don't know exactly what's going to happen there because there's so many different types of vibes that you're going to be able to catch during the show. So
I'll say good live production. That's something we really lack right now in Dallas. So definitely raising the bar on what a showcase can be for, underground labels. So
Looking forward to that.
I do want to ask you, Charlie, what goes into hosting for you? Because finding a good host is a hard job. It's a job that people don't really consider hard, but so.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just started getting into hosting this year, and honestly, I had just people around me who saw it in me. I didn't even say that this was gonna be something that was on my mark at first. But I feel like what goes into it is doing your research. Honestly, when it comes to whoever I'm bringing up on the stage. And then also, I'm not a comedian, but I had to be some sort of funny. So, when people say I'm not funny, I be like, you lying, because on the stage, people be laughing at me.
Yeah.
So, just being able to hold a crowd's attention, or hold people's attention, I feel like I'm really good at that and all the other things that I do. So, bringing that to the stage, I just had to amplify it a little bit more because it's different people who maybe just came to get away from their problems or came to see the artist or just came out and want to get drunk. But I still had to hold their attention, and make the vibes, set the tone for everybody else coming on the stage. So I think that's what goes into it, just setting the tone, being able to be comical and being able to know who I'm bringing on and what type of vibe that they need. And I'm still learning, honestly. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's a difficult job to hold the crowd's attention?
No. Only reason why I say that is just because how I am. I would say the most difficult part would be because of how I am, sometimes I can be very awkward. So I can't say that it's hard because I can't say it's hard because I always have a lot of attention, you know, but it's more hard to know what to say next. I would say that, like, ooh, I don't sometimes know what to say, like, next. That's the part I'm still learning, like, what should I say next, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like hosting also takes a lot of personality. And from
For sure.
the interactions we've had so far, you seem like you have a good personality for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's downplaying it. She's amazing.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to go around kind of ask the artists. We'll start with you, Alex. Who are your influences?
My influences kind of stem back to like the 2000s female rock. So Flyleaf was a really big staple in my little MP3 player that was the size of a USB. Paramore. I have a lot of Latin influences. As far as the hip hop stuff, I'm always channeling that Texas Southern trap, that more melodic rap, that Don Toliver, that Travis Scott. And then I just mix that with Paramore. It's the craziest thing, but it's working for me and it brings a lot of integrity to my work. And it's turned out to be, you know, everybody's favorite.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
for
can
sure.
definitely see that in your music, the blending of the two. I can't remember the name of the song. There's one song where you're like flexing when they're super hard.
Oh, yeah. All of them.
Yeah. You're talking about I could fuck a.
I could fall off
Yeah.
today and still fuck a famous nigga hoe. I'm that
Yeah.
young wild bitch. I could fall off today and still walk in the VIP because the whole city know that I'm that bitch.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
There it is.
Yeah, that
You
was
got, like, a
actually
superstar.
I actually got that from the guys who sing "You're a Jerk," New Boys.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They have a song called "Freak My Shit," and the first line starts with "I could fall off today."
Oh, okay.
And I was hearing that, and I was also hearing this rock song, and I was like, why the hell am I hearing this New Boy song on this a rock song? And I just remember hearing how, like you said, it was just so like cocky and like so nasty and attention grabbing. Like, you're gonna start a song like that, and I was like, yeah, I am gonna start the song like that. And it's my favorite song, really.
That one stuck out to me for sure.
Yeah, that's that attention grabbing. For sure, for sure. Well, Alexandria, what about you? Who are your influences?
I would say definitely Janet.
Okay.
Love Janet Jackson. When having a lighter voice, I'll say, because Beyonce is a standard. Beyonce is for female pop icon. That's all I knew growing up. So Janet was really before my time. So when I started doing my research and really diving into music and learning, you know, some of the greats, I decided I wanted to study, you know, the greats. Finding Janet was like, it was a moment. It was like, oh, like I found, because here, you know, she goes into so many different realms. She doesn't really stay on one thing. She's transformed over the years, and then her voice is kind of lighter, a little bit like mine. So it just, yeah, Janet all the way. And two, I love Britney. You know, people wouldn't think that, but love me some Britney. I already mentioned Queen Bee. Of course, we don't even have to. We don't even have to talk about that one. There's a lot. There's a few. Also like new school too. SZA.
Okay.
SZA's a really big influence. She caught me when I was like young, like 14, 15, and I've been ever since. So those are a few, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are definitely some good sounds. So with Beyonce being the standard, country album next?
Maybe not country, okay? But I will say, like, Renaissance with the dance, I could get with that. I loved Renaissance. I went to the tour. It was great.
So you are willing to experiment then?
Yeah,
You go
for
to a
sure.
different genre.
For sure. I love house music. That's something that I feel like is really natural for me. Like as in a next progression, if it's genre bending, I love things that make people get up and want to move and have fun. That's really what I'm all about. I feel like clubs, we should dance
Yeah.
more.
Oh,
So we need to bring that energy back. Too, and like Alex was saying, a lot of the early 2000s music, that's kind of why I resonate a lot with that too, is because they were out. They
More
were,
dance music.
Yeah,
yeah.
They really sold us a dream with that one. Like,
So-
that's
How
how
life was gonna be so different.
Yeah.
We got old and realized nobody dances.
I was looking for the Hot in Here video. When I went into the club for the first time, I thought it was going to be like that.
It did used to be like that. That's the crazy part. Before it was sections and everything. It was like that.
Before cell phones.
Now it's man.
Yeah, for sure.
Buying bottles.
Everybody standing
That's off
around.
club.
Bottle wars.
All it is now.
What is a bottle war? Like,
Exactly.
Cringe. That's what it is.
Nah, for real.
Oh man. Okay, Rakim, what about you?
My main source of inspiration would have to be my father, but beyond that, I would say my style is like if Wu-Tang and UGK had a baby.
Okay.
It'd be
Okay.
me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Your father was a rapper, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good. So was it always his dream for you to become a rapper as well?
Yeah. And that's the last conversation we had on his birthday, December 21st, 2001. He died 2 days later.
Wow.
But the last conversation we had was about me rapping because I wanted to play football.
Right.
He wanted me to rap, but my mama didn't want me to rap, so she used to never let me go with him because he was going to take me to the studio. You know what I'm saying? So, but when he died, I started writing poetry, and that led to the rapping.
I was gonna ask you. I saw something that you wrote. If you could go back in time, you said you wanted to go back in time to maybe around the Moors, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that interested me. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, I just wonder what type of music that they was making in that time period.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's not like it's not documented.
Yeah.
But I know music has been the fabric of all societies. And even our society today, like it's not one product that gets sold without music. So
Right.
I know they was doing something, but I don't know what it was.
Right.
So that would just be interesting to see.
That was cool that you brought that up.
What was niggas in 700 AD? What kind of music? You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. Blame it on shrooms. That's a shroom.
I mean, even Charlie, I mean, you got to pull some influence from something when you're doing all your work.
Honestly, it's because I do a lot. I have a lot of influence. I have a lot of people who influence me. But I would say when it comes to like hosting and like media corresponding things, Lala Anthony is one of my top. Of course, I say, what's her name? Angie
Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angie Martinez. Those two I would say are the top, mainly because they're both women. And
Okay.
you know, when it comes to Lala, like just watching her story over the years and being a kid and seeing where she started and like everything that she's touched, everything that she's been in, now she's acting. She's kind of been acting, you know, like certain movies, but playing herself in the movie. But she's one of the top ones when it comes to that portion. When it comes to modeling, like, and just directing, honestly, I'm just bossy. I just like to I have a problem with authority sometimes, so I like to tell people what to do. I like to be the one. So there's that. But there's I just have a lot of people who inspire me. I can definitely say my people, my family, and just the people around me. I get inspired a lot by the people around me because there's so many creative people around me. Yeah, so I would definitely say for the most part, I would say my family and the people around me for sure because they had to. Everybody's so talented. Like, well, I'll be like, dang, I know some stuff too. I know how to do something too. So it makes me want to keep going. So yeah.
You see yourself taking it that way, like acting?
For sure. I see
that?
myself doing a lot. It's so hard to pin myself put myself in one box. Like I've never been a type. So I see myself doing a lot. Like I'm already doing, but like on a bigger scale, more organization for sure, but on a bigger scale with a bigger team and stuff. So like, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, for sure. One question I want to ask you guys: does anybody out of y'all have working on a new project, album, something? You want to
I
tell
feel
us?
like artists are always working on.
Yeah.
We always working on something.
Yeah, for sure. Been working on my project for a while now. It's grown, it's evolved. Started probably like 2020 with some of these songs, all done in-house production. Me and Zayla, who's my producer and engineer, kind of coming in. It was 2020 pandemic, we're in the house, so kind of going to the studio every day, and she's just like, all right, what we doing? What are we making? I'm like, I'm feeling like dancing, but in the club staring at somebody, and we are like, and so we just created a whole song from that. My song Addicted that I have out now, it was created like that. I just wanted to, it was more so I was picturing being out because we weren't actually out. So I was like picturing this whole scene in my head, how I was talking about the hot in here. Like I was picturing that in my head, like, okay, when we get back outside, it's gonna be like this. So a lot of these songs that I am working on were kind of created in that time period. And yeah, in that summer. And so summer's following it, kind of touching up on it. And yeah, so I'm excited. No date yet. Okay. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I'll pass it to everybody else.
You think you're kind of like a perfectionist, kind of like because of the time span?
Oh, for sure. I'm a Virgo, so I'm a perfectionist. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I try not to let it get in the way too much. I try to use it for its superpower, but then release it. So like being a perfectionist, I don't think is too bad because you can see, I get like you don't put mediocre things out. Right. Now when it becomes a hindrance and like you're not putting anything out, and like you're doubting yourself and like you go into like negative self-talk, that's when it becomes a hindrance. But if you are just wanting to make the best possible product, then I don't think that's too bad. But it's a balance that I'm learning.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did it take for you to drop Addicted? It was fire, by the way.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, so 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was last year.
All right. Alex, do you have any?
Yeah, so I actually just finished up a single last night. It's going to be up July 25th.
Okay.
It's called Follow Your Plan. It's really just about, just a few of the lyrics are, take the space that you want from me. So it's just kind of a slug at some old ties that I had in the city. I started seeing, us create some space, and this song's called Follow Your Plan. So it's time for me to follow my plan and move forward. It's EDM hip hop, I guess. I don't think this song really has a genre. I am rapping though.
Okay.
It's kind of different from my last single that I just dropped. It's called Not Again. It's like a 2000s rock song. So I'll be doing a little switch up. My fans been wanting some rap stuff. So yeah, July 25th, Follow Your Plan. I'll have a visual with it as well. And I'm really excited. It's going to be following after this single, I will be dropping a EP. I have a really anticipated song on there called Alive with the Working on Dying producers.
Okay.
They've worked with Drake, Yeet, Lil Uzi. So I'm really excited. I really think this EP is going to be super life-changing, and it's a hip-hop project, so I'm really excited to get back to it and then get back to some rock.
Yeah, for sure.
Is Not Again going to be on this project, or is that kind of separated?
Yeah, no, Not Again is its own little single. It's like a pop rock song, and I don't think I'm gonna make anything like that again. But I won't say that for sure.
Because I really like Not Again.
Yeah, I love it too.
It was fire. Yeah.
I love it. I do have. I am shopping around for beats similar to that, so we'll see. But just not in this year. I already have this year planned out in all the singles and EPs, and it's looking really fun and exciting.
Well, that's great.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. What about you? You got anything coming out? Any projects you're working on currently?
Yeah, I just finished my next single today.
Okay.
I don't know when that's coming out. That ain't my job. And then my next EP is already done as far as the recording. We just got to mix it and do the skits and stuff, and that'll be out in December.
Okay.
Okay.
We get to see your alter ego in that one?
My alter ego, probably. I mean,
So you never know.
I got a lot of alter egos. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Gemini anyway.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Gemini, and I was raised with 2 names.
Ooh, that's crazy.
So yeah, I got 36 personalities. I would say.
I'm glad you brought up your name, man. The story about your name is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You wanna get into that a little bit?
Yeah, my father and my mother had a fight about my name. That's why I have 2 names, right? Because my father was not going for my name not being Rakim Al-Jabbar. And so he wins the fight, and my mama puts Rakim Al-Jabbar on the birth certificate, right? But she wanted to name me Trey. So my entire family calls me Trey. If my mama say Rakim, I'm running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's some whole other shit. You know what
Is it
I'm
a
saying?
dash in the middle of that?
What, Al-Jabbar?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Rakim Al-Jabbar, like my government name. It's my
Okay.
artist name. But nobody in my family calls me
Call you
Rakim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple of names too, so I already.
For real?
Yeah,
You know how that go.
I still don't know his first name.
Yeah, he trying to figure it out. It's all right.
A lot of times you ain't supposed to, some of them names, you know, everything ain't everybody business.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Especially as a spiritualist, I'm gonna drop a small jewel for anybody that's watching. It's good to have a name that nobody knows.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if anybody putting any evil eye, any negative energy on you, and you harnessing your energy under this one particular name that nobody knows, then you protect it.
See that? Don't even worry about
That's
it.
free game.
I'll leave you alone, man.
There you go. No more asking
Yeah, I ain't
Aubrey.
even gonna
Nothing.
ask something.
That's my explanation every time.
You got anything?
No, good. Yeah.
Oh, well, we normally do a song every week that we put out to our listeners. We call it our rotation. That's Mike's baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have that.
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely we have a playlist we put out. We're actually starting volume 3, and we're gonna start off with you guys. You don't have to pick a song that you like. Pick one of your songs, because I want to give the people like some music of y'all. So I'll start with Alex Iris. What you got this week?
Not again.
Not again. I figured.
It just dropped last week.
yeah. Rakim, what you got?
Waiting on me.
Okay.
I see you. You just dropped a clean one of that too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You pushing that one.
Yeah, we got some big things in the plans. You know what
Yeah, I
I'm
like that. I like
yeah.
that.
Appreciate it.
That's definitely like the radio.
saying? Definitely.
Yeah. What you got, Alexandria?
I'm picking Addicted. You know, we need to listen to it, stream
Yes.
it till we catch on.
Buy it. For sure.
And Charlie, I know you don't have any music, but
Right.
is there any song that from the label that you're excited about?
It's a song, but I'm trying to find it real quick. It's from Chandler. But give me a second.
Charlie working on the album on the low, y'all.
Uh-oh.
She can really sing.
She can sing. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Okay.
We gotta hear some
low.
vocals.
What is the name of that song?
Fun fact, me and Charlie were in the same choir in high school.
Wow.
We're in varsity a cappella. All right.
Varsity, all right.
The highest one.
Humble
The
flex.
highest.
Yeah.
That's a
Nice,
flex.
nice.
That's a flex.
I was in choir too.
What is it? Y'all know that song? It's by Chandler. I just don't know the name of it. Do you know it?
I got what you
Any
need.
song by Chandler. How
Really?
about
I would
that?
just say any song by Chandler. Yeah, let's say that.
Song by Chandler.
Chandler Joy. Any song by Chandler Joy for
I'll
sure.
put I got what you
Work.
need on there.
I love her voice. So yeah, definitely any one of her songs.
Before we get out of here, though, I did want to ask y'all, like, how has Iris helped y'all?
Good question.
I guess I'll start off. I am the newest member of the IRAS team, and I'm really excited. So I can't really say much because, just got here, and I'm just so happy to be here. I just know firsthand that IMSA has just been so amazing. And, hey, like, come through, or, hey, I'm not doing anything, but can you come through? And he'll come through, or just that little piece of advice, that comfort, like, hey, I have this idea, like, do you like see this working? Yeah, I do see this idea working. Okay, awesome. Just that extra friend in the industry. It doesn't really feel like I'm talking to someone in like a super high leadership role. It just feels like I'm speaking to a friend. This friend just so happens to have tons of, faith in me and tons of a knowledge in all of this. So that's all I've experienced so far, is just having new friends, everybody being encouraging, and that's it for me.
Bet. Charlie, what about you?
I would say kind of the same thing, especially with just being comfortable enough to ask certain questions, or just speak my mind, when it comes to certain things. Like we get an actual voice, and a lot of times when you work with teams, sometimes your voice gets drowned out, but you actually get a voice. Mm-hmm. So that's something I would definitely say, being able to have a voice.
I do want to add that I'm really excited for our showcase, June 22nd at Club Dada. I am going to be with my peers in this group, and it's going to be really exciting to see all these multi-cultural, talented, different genres. Yeah. So you guys, if y'all get a chance to come see us June 22nd at Club Dada in Dallas. It's in the Deep Ellum area, but we're going to keep you safe, so don't even worry about that.
Right. Come early so you can know where to park, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'll say I've known IMSA for, it's been a minute now. So whenever I started music, I was in the Austin area. So I was building a community out there while I was in college, but then moving back home to Dallas, I was looking for a studio to record. It was back when IMSA had Jupiter Island, and so recorded with him once, and it was cool. It was a vibe. Whenever I came out here permanently, I was looking to like connect, and he connected me with Zayla, and we've always just stayed in touch. So it's honestly amazing to see, like, from just the kind of small like songs that I record. I remember the first song I recorded with IMSA, like, to see the growth and to have someone who has seen the vision and stuck by you. I think that just speaks to like IMSA's character. And we're only in the beginning stages now. So as far as what he's like helped is just having someone who believes in you goes so far in this industry and in this space, because to your family, your friends that you've known, you seem outside the box, but to have someone who really understands, like, okay, this is what it's going to take, this is what you need to do, and help you, like, push you, but then also help you get there, connect you with resources. I think it's amazing. And the fact that IRAS is really expanding right now and bringing in all creatives of all different genres, it's amazing to watch. And none of us are the same, so it's really cool. I'm really excited. And yes, come to our showcase.
Yeah, June 22nd, Club Dada, 6 p.m. Be there on time. We got a wet T-shirt contest at 6:30. So you want to be there. It's $500 for the winner. 6:30.
That's good promotion.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
But yeah, as far as me, I like to be around and work with people that are smarter than me. And it's a relief because for the majority of my career, I've had to do everything myself. I had to be the executive and the artist. So working with IMSA, it's a relief. I can just, like I just said, I finished the song today. I'm going to give it to him. I can care less when he put it out.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about that. I'm on to the next one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I do. I believe in him just as much, if not more, than I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? I know he's a genius and I know what he's capable of. So it's really a blessing to have the opportunity to partner with somebody like him.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. It sounds like you guys got a growing family or
For
team.
sure.
So for sure, I love the vibe that you guys have from what we've all been talking and whatnot. So it's great to see that y'all have that going on for yourselves, and you have such a good person leading it. So,
sure.
But yeah, do you guys have any socials for our people to follow y'all at?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at xlimited_edition because I am that. So once again, xlimited_edition. You'll see Charlie with the Y pop up. So yeah.
Okay, bet.
Okay.
You guys can find me anywhere under Alex Irish, AlexIrish. I'm on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Google Music. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube. I believe my art should be free, so I always upload it on YouTube. I always upload it on SoundCloud, so it's accessible to everyone.
Bet.
Yeah, you can find me on social platforms at Azandria.c. Azandria is spelled AXANDRIA.c. Yeah, and you can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, just under Azandria.
Okay.
Rakim Al-Jabbar on all platforms, Google, all that good shit.
Well, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out and joining us today. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you check everybody out on the IRAS label for sure.
Yeah,
make sure
you go see them June 22nd.
Yeah.
June 22nd,
June.
Club
Be there or be
Dada.
square.
Them Sauce hosting the wet t-shirt contest. Starts at 6:30. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on. But until next time, we're all right, guys. Huge shout out to the artists of the IRAS label. Thank you so much for y'all coming out.
Yeah,
we have Mr. Matt Wynn,
One and only.
the CEO, founder of the label.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask you some questions. Man, how are you doing?
Man, I'm great. I'm excited. It's a great time right now, so I'm just living it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, we appreciate you setting this up for us. And
I appreciate you guys reaching out, and I love embracing Dallas media.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
no, I appreciate it. This is great. I love it.
yeah, for sure. And we're all about embracing Dallas music and culture as well. So
Yeah.
good to have you. So
It works. Synergy.
yeah, for sure. So as we've said in the last part of it, you have your showcase coming up.
Yes, sir. June 22nd, next Saturday, 6 p.m.
Dada.
Club Dada.
Yeah.
Iris
Wow.
Vision Showcase.
I've heard rumors of a wet t-shirt contest. Is that true?
$500 is
I can't confirm or deny. That's the case.
Just come check it out.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
be there, 6 p.m. Club Dada.
You heard it.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us what all goes into that from your side of things. How do you set that up, and what do we expect?
What, putting together a showcase?
Yeah.
So this was actually, it's kind of like our first official label showcase. We did do one in 2015 actually at Club Dada. But this time around, is really about introducing our new artists and kind of setting the attention that we're going to use this showcase as a launching ground, because we just signed on a bunch of new artists within the last year. And it's, all right, now it's time for us to showcase what we've been working on, because they've been in the lab working. We haven't put out a lot of music, but it's coming very soon, and we wanted to use this showcase as, the launching ground for that.
What can we expect from this showcase? What kind of energy do you think your artists are going to bring in the showcase?
So, I've been watching them in rehearsals,
Yeah.
and they're stars. So they're coming. I told them, like, this, you guys got 20 minutes. You got to show them why you are who you are.
Right.
Why we believe in you the way we do. So that's the energy they're coming with. They bring in all shows, stunts, stops, because at the end of the day, we want to make a presentation and have an impact. So the energy, it's crazy right now.
So who are the artists we should expect, aside from the artists that we had on prior? Who else is going to be there?
Devi Stones is going to be there. Chandler Joy, Luke Herbert, Zay Hugh. We got DJ Stay Bright as well.
Okay.
I think the other four were on. Did I miss somebody? We got too many artists. So if I skip
Got a
somebody.
roster.
I think you named.
Yeah, I think I named them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So how about we start with, tell us about the label IRAS. How did that start, and what gave you the motivation to do that, to start this label?
So truthfully, I started IRAS to actually be a independent version of the Grammys. So think of like a really high prestigious award show that's designed for independent artists. That's where the name comes from. That was the whole kind of idea. However, I kind of ran into some struggles getting the award show done, so I started blogging. That kind of turned us into a media company, started doing interviews. Next thing you know, I've always been an engineer my entire life. Since I was 7 years old, I've been recording, writing, just making music. So I've always had relationships with artists. And kind of those two worlds collided once I had the nonprofit of IRAS and just kind of working with local artists. We then eventually turned into a label because the artists started to have some traction. Mm-hmm. And early on, when we was putting out records on SoundCloud, one of our artists got signed actually to a label out in the UK. And the situation didn't turn out as we expected, which then kind of prompted me like, well, maybe I do need to start my own label, because now, it seemed like we got what we need to get it going.
Exactly.
And,
Right.
you know, I leveraged that, was able to get a deal for IRAS. And since then, that's what kind of birthed us going from a nonprofit to a eventual record label.
And you
Really
started-
a distribution company, but
You started this IRAS journey at 19?
yeah, 19 years old. I was
Wow.
working at Apple. Again, I had been an artist since I was 7. I started singing at 3, so really just all my life. And
It's already instilled in you. You
yeah,
kind of born to do this, huh?
that's what it
feel
feels
like
like.
it.
But you know what's crazy is my true passion was always acting. Music was just something like a byproduct that I always did as a hobby. But eventually, you do it for so long, you're just like, this is who I am.
Right.
And, you know, I just started leaning into it once I turned 19 because I was supposed to go to college and do psychology and everything else other than music. But I was so inspired to be like, I don't feel like artists should have to go through what I had to go through. Being a young artist, writing your records. I mean, really, I'm sneaking people in the house to record songs. Like, I'm really working, releasing
Right.
mixtapes in middle school, passing them out, selling them,
Oh, wow.
doing all of
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just felt like I didn't have not one adult that kind of looked over me or pushed me or encouraged
had a
me
mentor.
in what I was doing. None of it. So that's what fused me even today. Just to know young artists in the city of Dallas, I feel like should not have a path to get to where they want to go. At least the information and the tools.
Right.
And you know that's kind of where IRAS stands now, even on our nonprofit side, is to continue doing that work in the community.
Yeah, I like that.
Like that for sure. Oh,
Oh, I didn't know if you had
no,
it.
I was disagreeing with.
I'll go. You have a pretty diverse group of the artists, as we all saw. They all have their different sounds to it. So,
Definitely.
what do you look for when you're looking for artists?
Building that roster up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've always had like a 4-point criteria. And again, me being an artist, I see myself in every one of the artists we have. You know, I was somebody who made every genre of music. I did jazz, I did country, I did rock. Like just as a kid, just exploring and getting into music. So I see a lot of myself in them. But really the 4 things I look for is, one, do they make great music?
Right.
You know, on their own. Like without help, just is it great music? Is it captivating? I look for certain qualities in that, whether that is they have just a natural voice, or maybe they just have the gift of writing, or, you know, they got a certain style and the way they say things that's just infectious and you can't deny it. And so that's the first thing I look for. 2 is like, do they have a look, an image, some kind of style about themselves? 'Cause it
Right.
makes it marketable. 3 is, do they listen? You know, how adaptable are they? Or can you know,
Right.
do they listen? And then the 4th one is their work ethic, which at that point I'm looking at just history. Like, what have you done up until this point? So if you're a talented artist who's only put out 2 songs, I can recognize the talent and say, you're amazing at what you do. The best I can do for you is pat you on the back because I know that, you know, you got to have a certain work ethic for it to make sense for what we're doing.
It also sounds like you give them that creative freedom to kind of create, you know, do what they want with the music, but also, like, I can tell because a lot of your artists are versatile with different genres and stuff like that, and you kind of give them that, you know, that freedom. Seems like a lot of labels and, you know, don't really give that artist that freedom to kind of genre bend and kind of do what they feel exactly artistically, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, it's about trust.
Right.
So once I'm committed and saying, yo, you're an artist I believe in, let's do this, let's take this journey together, then I'm trusting them to be able to be the creative in control of that. From there, you know, my job is to see kind of like the overview of like, well, how do we get this to the people?
Right.
And of course, there's always going to be some adjustments or some sacrifices or some things that has to be in there in order to make it, you know, most appealing to where we're trying to go. But they trust me in that process just as much as I trust them in the creative one.
Kind of coaching them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, too, now we're getting to the point, we've been doing these sessions every Friday where we're literally just making music together. Right. You know, so it's getting even more, like, integrated and
So you'll kind of
seamless.
get in there, too, with the artists, too, if you need to, you feel like?
Yeah, I still engineer. Like, I
Okay.
love running those sessions and just recording them, of course, and letting them,
Hands-on.
yeah, make what they want.
Yeah.
You haven't laid any vocals down for anybody?
I was just about to ask that.
I'm in so many background vocals. It's not
Okay.
funny.
Well, okay.
Yeah, no, because when I'm engineering, it might be some things I hear. Maybe I'm like, let me just add this, enhance it.
Yeah.
Half of the time, the artists don't even remember or know, but
Yeah. Just know, yeah.
we in the lab cooking,
Yeah.
and that's the trust that we have. Like,
Right.
you know,
That's great, man.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, you have a great group. They all talk highly of you. So I mean, I think you're building something really good. So my next question is, I guess, are you always looking for new artists, or are you like at a point where you just got all these right now, you're going to focus on them? Like what's your process with that?
So last year, me and our COO Tone, we decided that we wanted 10 artists, and of course we wanted a diverse group, but 10 was always like, that's how much we can handle now. We got to make sure we reach the goals with these 10 before we can add on more. We haven't hit that cap yet.
Okay.
So
It's still looking kind of.
So the window's still open. So
Yeah, it's
if,
open.
if you're an artist out there, you know,
Yeah. On the lookout for sure.
just make sure you meet the criteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already put it out there for y'all, so y'all know what to do.
Which kind of follows me into my next question. What is the vision for IRAS in the future? Like just going forward, where do you see yourself taking this label?
Yeah, so label is just the most simplified way to describe it, but I really look at IRAS as being like an artist and label services. I really want to establish it as the go-to platform where artists who are independent, particularly in Dallas, this is where we go to in order to release our music at the highest standard. And outside of that, I'm also doing, community. That's how we started with our nonprofit.
I was going to ask you about that.
And that is the core of, those two missions. Really, even on the record label side, we're not being greedy in what we're taking from the artist. So at most, it is just covering operation expenses anyway. So they kind of both are still nonprofit in their mission. But we really are here just to nurture artists, nurture tomorrow's talent into businesses and brands and the artists that, they see themselves.
Okay.
I asked all your artists this. I want to ask you too. Like, who are your influences when it comes to your label? Like, is there anybody you pull from?
Like from executives and stuff.
Executive, engineering, anything.
Musicians,
It's so weird. I really pull from the things I remember growing up. So I was just that kid who studied Billboard at 10, just doing a lot of weird things. So I guess I have I'm inspired by so many different things in the industry that it kind of fuels the vision I have now. But when I started IRAS, I was working at Apple. So just the branding of IRAS and kind of the ethos and the way they approach community and putting people together, the culture of it, that's something I'm deeply inspired by and was inspired by when I was forming IRAS. I have a background in customer service. I come from parents who were customer service oriented people. So I'm big on just providing that next level and taking care of people and, just being of service to people. That's something I'm totally passionate about. So above all, I look at IRAS as just being that type of nurturing place for an artist. So it's not even about, can we get an artist on Billboard or can we get them charting? It's, can we make an artist feel free to create music? Can we help them create a sustainable business where that's what they're doing for a living? Can we help them reach the heights they want to go? There's been things that we've done in IRAS that on paper, it doesn't make sense. And there weren't things that I've sat down and said, this is what I want to do, but just in the pursuit of being good people and taking care of artists, those were the heights that we achieved. So I try to just stay focused on that and let the chips fall where they may.
Did you ever have a vision board for IRAS, or did you have a vision board for yourself in general, or how you wanted to create a record label, or how you wanted to run it?
Nah, it really just formed seamlessly. Now, I will say over the last IRAS is here 11 years. So, of course, over the years, I've definitely formed it, and I did go to Berkeley eventually after I closed the studio to learn more about the music business. And a lot of my coursework, I tailored it to be specifically about IRAS. So, through that process, the vision was almost completed once I finished school.
You restart that vision board, or do you just add on to it?
It restarts a lot, but it's funny because it always come back to stuff that was already there. It's just a new perspective, or I'm just looking at it a different way. But fundamentally, it's still the same ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Same vision board, just had. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. One question we asked all of them. I don't know. This is kind of throwing it upon you. We do a song at the end of our episodes called The Rotation. And as you heard, do you have a song for us from any one of your artists?
Any one of them? I can't be biased, huh?
You want to do 3?
Well, we already got 4 taken care of. So.
Oh, that's true. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me scan the other ones. So they ain't got. I can throw out any song.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything.
Stevie Wonder lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My goat.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Stevie.
Nah, that's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I like it.
that.
I like it.
I like that pick. I do.
And we talked about the future of IRAS, and you talked about how you were into acting before. Is there like any film ideas that you got going on for your company?
Yeah, thinking about making any short films
down
and
the line
movies.
in the future.
It's funny because like I really want to shoot a documentary.
Okay.
And it's funny because as you see, I always got a camera, and I've been
Yeah.
recording everything the last like 11 years.
Okay.
So I may do something with that film, but this past weekend I've been watching so many documentaries, but that is kind of a high goal of mine. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about IRAS, but I would love to produce one about maybe tell somebody's story in the city of Dallas from maybe a musical perspective or whatever. That was something I'm very interested in.
I like that. And getting that footage is very important. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at like the Genius Kanye documentary.
Yeah.
They was just filming just off the whim, and then they had all this footage, and they made a whole documentary about it.
Sold it for like $20 million or
Yeah.
something.
It's like a digital journal, man. You gotta keep all of that. So
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely keep that up, man.
Yeah. How long have you been kind of doing your camera thing with recording, kind of not documentary style, I should say, but kind of just had a camera in your hand like that?
Since my mom had this old big camcorder.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Like, I want to say since I was about 5.
Okay.
5 or 6. Like, I'm telling you, I was the kid who knew how to fix the VCR, who was just, hey, something wrong with my little flash camera. The thing ain't turning. I would be the kid to figure it out. So I was nerdy. We had a computer in like 2000 when nobody had a computer. I figured out how to record. The window me's, like
Windows 98.
yeah, with the AOL dial-up disc. Couldn't call the phone or use all of that. So I was always into that, and so I picked up a camera very early. And actually, it's funny because I started making reality show web series kind of content in high school.
What?
I got in a lot of trouble.
I was about to say, how did that?
Yeah, I had a little, they used to come out with the little small camera thing.
Yeah, you said reality show style though. I know that was crazy.
Bro, I got suspended for weeks.
I bet. Reality
Suspended
shows
for weeks. Once the principal they made my mom sit there and watch them episodes.
Oh, man.
We was talking about so many crazy things. It was fights.
How many episodes you recorded?
It was like 9. I actually put together and edited about 9 of them. Was releasing them weekly. Like, I was on that type of time.
You had a whole season.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like literally 3 every year of high school. I had a season.
Oh, wow.
Classmates was tuning in, waiting for the next episode.
Yep.
To drop.
And what's funny is I never dropped our senior year. I should do that.
That's the
I
year
still
to
got
drop,
the
right?
footage. Yeah.
It is the year to drop for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I should
you
do
might
that.
need to talk to everybody who's in it because they might not want people to see their.
Hey, listen. Yeah, we just won't tag you.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
on tag, man.
Yeah, that works.
But
That's really about it, man.
yeah, man. Showcase June 22nd.
June 22nd.
Club Dada.
Dada. Be there, please.
Be
6
there.
o'clock. We start on time.
Okay.
We got a tight show. I'm telling y'all, we coming ready. This ain't your regular show. This is a showcase.
That's
Okay.
very important to mention that you start on time. No,
Yeah.
no
Yes.
Lauryn Hill antics.
Oh no. This is like a Live Nation concert. The artist is on stage at this time. We off stage at this time.
Okay.
Because we got to make sure that we in compliance with the venue. So
Bringing the energy. I like that.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
now I'm excited for you guys to see.
I am
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
I'm
So
ready
definitely
for it.
make sure y'all check out the showcase. It's going to be a great time.
Do that.
Matt, thank you so much for sitting down
Thank you,
with us.
guys.
Get out of here.
Appreciate it.
Socials.
Oh, yeah,
Give us
socials.
your socials.
Yeah, my socials is what is my socials? It's IMSAW, ITSMSAW on everything.
Okay.
Also follow the IRAS at IRAS, IRAS Inc. INC.
Yeah, we'll have all the links on
Yeah,
there.
we'll
For
put
sure.
the links down below for you.
Thank you guys.
But all right, man. Thank you so much for coming out. We had a great time.
No, I did too.
Shout out Iris.
We out.